Cheerio there, my fellow music makers. I hope life is treating you splendidly. I've been playing around quite a bit with all of the new features in Logic Pro's 10.8 release, and I have to admit, I'm impressed. Apple has really spent a lot of time figuring out the pain points of music makers at all levels and creating easy-to-use solutions to ease those pain points. Now, some of these new tools are big and flashy, like Mastering Assistant, which we also did a video on, and if you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely check out that video after this video. And some of the new tools are more subtle, yet they offer a solution to a fundamental problem that a lot of us find ourselves falling into that no amount of EQ, no amount of compression, and not even mastering can solve. The problem I'm talking about is the lack of uniqueness, the lack of character, the lack of soul in our productions. So many people just grab an Apple loop or a loop from Splice or something and just toss it into their song with the intention of chopping it up or making it their own. And they simply just leave it as it was because they discover either A, they don't know how to edit audio well enough to do anything creative with it, or B, they start in on editing it and it just takes them so much time that they stop feeling creative, they get frustrated, and they just move on. Hit the like button if that's happened to you, because I know that that's happened to me. So we know what the problem is. Let's take a look at Logic's solution to that problem. Beat Breaker. Now we're inside of Logic. I've got a just basic loop brought in here. Let's check it out before we get into the Beat Breaker, because we're going to take this from just a plain vanilla loop and we're going to give it a little bit of soul, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to do it with Beat Breaker. Let's just see what the loop's like on its own. So, super simple, nothing flashy about it. Some kick, some snare, a little bit of hi-hat, boom. Easy peasy. But it sounds super stock, right? It just sounds like anyone could have done that. And we're going to just use a few simple steps to make it something special. And the tool we're using is Beat Breaker. So we're just going to come in here, Beat Breaker, stereo. Let's open it up. Let's take a look at what we've got going on. You guys know I'm a fan of very straightforward, very easy to look at interfaces. This thing looks super simple, not very intimidating. There's minimal knobs. There's a bunch of lines. That's it. And then we've got what looks like presets down at the bottom. And presets are always a great place to start with a plugin like this, because this is just like a sequencer type plugin, which is just going to use these little pieces to trigger events. Looks like we can mess with the time, repeats, and the volume. You can see it all kind of like changes colors. Ooh, very nice. Looks like we can tell it how big our sample area is. So right now we're looking at 4 beats. We'll just leave it like that. So that means the sampler is going to do a 4-beat pattern. And then if we look in presets, oh wow, we've got all sorts of presets just right out the gate that we can use to just change the sound. Let's look at a couple of the presets first before we make something crazy. So let's just see. We got halftime right here. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Instant triplet. Okay, reverse the end. Woo! Skip around. Oh, that's dope. That's dope already. That is just this. You feel the difference? Already, that's got way more character, way more soul, and it's unique to your sound, because this is just going to manipulate whatever you put into it. So any loop you throw in here, it's going to always feel different because the source material will be different. Let's just check out a few of these other ones. Then we'll just build a really basic one of our own. That's cool. Not my cup of tea, but whatever. Oh, that's dope. Just broke it down. That's super cool. Interesting. That's fun. Oh, that's sick. That's super cool. All right. I dig this. And it looks like, let's just see basic slow. Oh wow! So every one that you do has multiple presets inside of it. That's sick. So you don't even need to really get into this to do something cool. Like you don't have to manipulate too much. You can just literally just click through all the presets to get you started. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty awesome. All right, let's go back to the default. So here we are. We've just got our basic beat. And we're gonna learn together how to use this thing. So let's just start by manipulating the time. We just want to make it just a little different. So let's just pull this down. Oh, okay. So it looks like, okay, input beat is now 1. So it looks like it's just taking whatever happens on beat 1 and playing it here too. So instead of the hi-hat there, we got a kick now. That's cool. But it just kind of feels like bop bop. Not a lot of life to it. So let's see, what if we mess with the speed, I think it gets interesting. Let's try slowing it down. That's cool. Let's just speed it up a little bit. Yeah. What's the curve do? Let's play with the curve. Ooh. That's cool. That's a little much. Maybe we just make that a little more subtle. Ooh, and I like how that one hi-hat's now a little pingy. Maybe a little more. Maybe a little less. I like that it's just a variance in the pitch of the drum. That's cool. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Now on that snare hit, I like my snares to be like, it kind of feels like a clap, but I want it to be a little bit more dramatic. So let's see if we can make it kind of do more of a flam, and maybe we can pitch the flam down a little bit or something just to make it feel a little more full. Okay, so this is our hit. So it says output. Let's see if we just drag this a little bit. Oop. Like not that much. It's just going to move. Let's just, oh, okay, there we go. If you want fine control, just click on the numbers up here. Let's just move it backwards a little bit. Oh, okay. You feel how now it's already feels like a flam because it's happening like twice. Let me make it extreme and see what happens. Okay, so that's a lot. We're hearing that snare twice. Let's not make it quite as much. Let's pull this down so it's just barely doing it. Maybe like here. That's still a lot. Maybe a little less. Maybe a little more. There you go. That's cool. Now maybe we just speed this down just a little bit. Woo! Maybe not quite so much, but I like that. I like the depth of that. Maybe a little more. Let's do it more. That's cool. There we go. I love that thick snare. Oh, okay. So we added a little bit of funk here. Let's try. Let's see. It feels very static through here. So maybe let's go over to volume and let's try changing the volume of like this beat. Let's just try bringing it down. We're just going to click and drag it down. Let's see how that feels. So let's try pulling it down more and let's pull this beat down just a little bit too, so it feels like it kind of ramps up maybe. There you go. There you go. Okay, and let's mess with the slope of this a little bit. Ooh, okay, let's see what that's. Oh, okay, that's giving me more of the ramp feel. Let's do that same thing here. Let's try pulling these up just a little bit. That feels better. Let's try ramping. Let's try sloping this a little bit too. Even more. Just to make it feel like it comes down a little bit. Give it a little dynamic. There you go. Yeah. That's already feeling cool. Very cool. Let's check out some repeats. Let's maybe try adding a little bit of repeat to the back end. Let's just click over here. If we drag. Okay. I dragged up now. It split it in two, so I think we're going to get 2 notes there. Let's see. Yeah, it says repeats. 2. Yeah. Let's try slowing those down. See if we can deepen them just a little bit. That's a little much. Just a little bit, just to give them a little variation. And maybe we slope them just a little bit. Oh, yeah, this way. That's cool. Okay. That's cool. We haven't done a ton, but we've used all the different features, and we've not spent much time doing it. It's been easy to do, and it's been fun to do it. So we're not sitting there obsessing over where all the audio goes. I haven't clicked to edit a single thing audio-wise. I'm just clicking around in the plugin. So let's see what we had before. Very vanilla. And now that's got a lot more character, a lot more soul to it. That was super duper simple, don't you think? I mean, if you thought this was simple, let me know down in the comments below. But I think Beatbreaker really has positioned itself as an instant uniqueness tool. There's not a lot of plugins that can say that they do that. You could throw this on anything. This doesn't have to just work on drums. You could do this on guitars, vocals, basses, a whole track. This could work on anything just to make something your own. If you find yourself using loops that you're just dragging in and leaving them that way, it's your productions are never going to feel like they're your own. This is a tool that will instantly allow you to either manipulate it and create it your own just using these simple tools that I was just showing you, or to use just some of the crazy presets that are already there and then tweaking from there. It's going to be so easy to give your songs the character they deserve with this tool. Man, Logic is really upping their game on the creative front. I'm really excited to see what they do next. And if you like learning special little tips and tricks, I've got a production course where I dive deep into the art of creating immaculate productions that might be the perfect thing for you. If you're interested in learning more about that, go to fullcirclemusic.com/mpm. I'll also link it down in the description. But it'll give you access to tons of little tips, tricks, and tasty tidbits just like this.